Some big news to announce today. Early this morning, In Demand Toys revealed to us some brand new Transformer product, and is that from the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. Now, historically, this line up to this point has really just been a re-release line, taking a previously existing Bumblebee-related toys across the various franchises, giving them sometimes slightly new paint schemes, sometimes just a straight-up repackaging, and putting it in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line that up to this point has been a Target exclusive in the United States and appearing here and there in spatterings in Canada in Toys R Us. That being said, we've had one original mold from this line, and it was the Core Class Bumblebee. It was the one that kind of had that bumper-looking kind of design that came with the exosuit. Pretty cool, I dug it. But now we got a release here that is absolutely fantastic and long overdue, and something that fans have been waiting for a very long time. And what we're getting in this little package is clever on so many different levels. Let's get into that. In Demand has revealed to us today Origin Bumblebee, a deluxe class Bumblebee that transforms into his famous Season 1, Episode 1, More Than Meets the Eye Parts 1, G1 Cybertronian Saucer Mode. Now, this has been something fans have been waiting for a very long time. Even when we had Siege as a toy line, Bumblebee, unfortunately, still had his Volkswagen origins. And, I mean, yeah, sure. I guess, with Netflix, they really wanted to have something that harkened back to the original design. And, of course, the Netflix Bumblebee turned into a Volkswagen Beetle. I'm pretty sure that's what people really wanted. But on Cybertron, he should have turned into something more Cybertronian. And we have this today, and it looks fantastic. And I want to get into, not only does the saucer mode really match all the fine details of that short appearance in the very first episode, I'm really curious if it actually has wheels under it, because there's a famous line in it where he got shot in his axle and you see one of the wheels bounce off, even though we can't see the wheels very well on the underside of the saucer mode. So I'm curious if it has wheels. But it looks fantastic and it looks great. And it looks like there's a lot of folding that's going on that really is able to hide the saucer mode when in robot mode. Now, why hide the saucer mode? Because the robot mode does an absolutely fantastic job at the typical bizarreness that existed in Generation 1. So for anyone that isn't aware, despite the fact that the Cybertronians, the Autobots specifically, had these odd Cybertronian alt modes, Jazz, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, the Tetrajets with the Seekers, in order to save on costs with the animation, all the robot modes were still 100% as if they were on Earth. And as a result, the fine details of those robot modes, of Volkswagen Beetles, Porsches, or Lancias, or in the case of the Seekers, the F-15 jets, or F-14 jets, were all present. So what they did with this Bumblebee is, despite the fact that it turns into this flying saucer or floating, car thing, it still has all the fine details in robot mode of a Volkswagen Beetle. Still has the Volkswagen Beetle front end on the feet. It still has the Volkswagen Beetle, I guess, cab area or main cockpit area on the chest. I love that they made the extra detail. They didn't try to just do something that transforms from the saucer to Bumblebee and have the extra kibble of that present on the figure. They made an extra effort to try to get something that still the robot mode matches the Fluoro-Deary design of the Volkswagen, just because of the cost-cutting measures of Sunbow Entertainment and everything like that. This is fantastic. I love that they made that effort. They could have went the lazy route, but they didn't, so it really is a passion project. And speaking of extra passion, let's talk about the accessories. Now, two of these are shown, and one of them are shown on the back, and I can't confirm if it's included with it, but we'll get into that. So, on the actual packaging itself, it shows Bumblebee with a silver gun, which is the silver gun that he used when he jumps out of Wheeljack and was like, Prime told me there'd be days like these. So you actually have Bumblebee with the gun from that scene when he's fighting the Jets, the Seekers. He also comes with, now here's where there's two errors here, and I'm curious how this is going to go about. So number one, the gun, even though on the back of the packaging it's shown in silver, the actual product shots are showing that the gun is black. So I'm curious what color the gun will be. Probably black, because silver they'd probably have to paint it, and the black could be with the gang molding of the shoulders and everything with the factory. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it's probably going to be black, even though silver would be the more show accurate color. Someone could paint it. It's not a big deal. But he also comes with energy conductors. Now, in the literal first 5 seconds of episode 1, we see Wheeljack pull out a bunch of energy conductors, and technically he only pulls out 4 of them, and he only stores away 4 of them. We get 5, so hey, there's an extra energy conductor. They could have saved some money there, but I guess maybe on the sprue there's 5 on each side. There's maybe 10, and it's just easier to put 5 with the figure. But that's cool that it even comes with energy conductors. Does this mean maybe at some point we also might get a Wheeljack to store these energy conductors in? That'd be really cool. But hey, extra bonus. That's really cool. Really, really, really cool. Last thing I want to mention is also on the back of the packaging, they show off the Optimus Prime / Sideswipe rocket pack. Now, this has been available in accessory packs in the past. I don't know if they're showing it here, just showing that you could attach it from a previously existing figure that possesses that, which we already know where that comes from. But is it something that's also included here in a retail kind of situation? I do not know. It isn't. They show that it's on the back there. Hey, Bumblebee could have that. Now, again, Bumblebee has never worn the rocket pack, especially not in that moment in episode 1. I don't know if it's something they're just including as another extra accessory that then you could put on your Optimus Prime or something like that. I don't know. I think that because when you look at the size of this Bumblebee figure to the traditional deluxe packaging, I think they're trying to justify pricing, where they're going like, okay, this is something that's much more smaller for a deluxe price point. Let's include some extra stuff to kind of bolster it to make sense for a deluxe. And we got the little energy conduits. We got the little rocket pack, assumably. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. I really dig this a lot. This is definitely a day one purchase. Really excited about this. It really makes me, again, the only 2 original releases from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line were 2 figures that I wanted day one, which was that Core Class 1, which threw back to Bumper, the obscure Generation 1 mini-bot, and now this one here, which we've all been waiting for literally since 1984 to be turned into a toy proper. So this is a big deal. This is a very big deal. Now let's see if they do Wheeljack, see what he comes with. Maybe he'll come with his little propellers in the front that pop out to bash through the fire and the Seekers. This is exciting. Let me know what you think about this. This is super cool. Supposedly, according to In Demand Toys, this has a release date of August 2021. So keep your eye out at Target for when these guys might pop up. Keep in mind, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, when it made its debut as a toy line, it just showed up in stores, no announcement from Hasbro. So very strong indication that even this product is going to pop up in stores unexpectedly. So when August rolls around, be sure to check it out, see what happens. This guy might be showing up, and he is going to be definitely a top 10 item for a lot of people this year. This is a big deal. Check it out, guys. Get hyped, and let me know what you think.